Final that is. We'll start our innings from the Cannon end. Opening bowler will be coming from the Cannon end, which was what you expect to be a bit of a nippy morning in terms of the surface. Usually early morning, we do get a bit of movement around the surface there, but a little bit of moisture on the surface, so a little bit to work with for the new ball. But obviously you have to hit the right areas. So it's all up to the bowlers and batters who will be locked in, who will be having their starter wanting to get a good start here on this play semi-final. Here we go. First ball of the morning. And we'll start off with a single. So it's drop and run. Easy start for the Northern Kings. And the kicks will take him to the direct hit there. Watermelon for him to so cool. Tickles it around the corner and it be short fine leg, and it will be the first runs on board, first boundary of the morning. Just guided that one past the short fine leg, got it very fine and can't be bowling it there. Oh, now this time around he goes straight and long. Could he get it all the way? Yes, he does. It's a huge Baklasky maximum. That's a nice hit. Back-to-back boundaries now. Short and cut away to backward point. Bit of a fumble, and they'll take the runs. It's a good first over here for the Northern Kings. Few singles and 2 boundaries that come along with it. That's exactly what they were even imagining to get started here this early morning, especially having been put into bat first. 13 for no loss after the first over of the Reno power play.
Yeah, we could, man.
We'll have the second over of the Reno power play. a really good start here by the Northern Kings. Two massive sixes in these first 2 overs. Really been ruthless in their start and how they've gone about their business. 21 for no loss. Hit straight powerfully. And the chief destroyer is a man who was a hat-trick hero yesterday in Anton de Klerk. He's already got 19 runs aboard of his last 6 deliveries. Big unit is Anton de Klerk. He can hit a big ball. Hit straight and powerfully, and they'll beat middle, and they'll go for a 4. The sound of the bat was amazing. Just a crack up that bat was just gave you the reason why that ball should be going for a boundary. Joshua on board as well. Has a chance for the early wicket, a big wicket of Anton de Klerk. And yes it is. Burmack wicket time, and the Celeste Knights are absolutely pumped. You know how big that is. Worst wicket to fall. The danger man who's hit 2 big boundaries, was looking for his 3rd. And unfortunately fell short on that occasion. He has to walk off with a cameo of 19 runs and 7 balls. Scored 1 4 and 2 sixes. Got his team to a really good start, going to strike out of 316. Really nice start for Anton de Klerk, but unfortunately has to walk off. Celeste Knights on the board. After a bit of carnage in those first 2 overs, and in their 3rd, they respond back. And that will put a smile on the coach's faces and a bit of relief as well. Unfortunately, Raymond van Berg can't follow up with that one. Raymond van Berg and picking up his first wicket in the 2nd over. Oh, that's a nice hit. And goes all the way. And I am Tetra on the action already early on. Going towards that shorter boundary. Control it down to short 3rd. I think for a second, they'll run hard and Tetra gets 2. reached the halfway point of the Renault power play at 35-41. Initially shook his head and eventually points it out. That's the second wicket to fall. And Joshua has to walk off. Cunningham Scott with the wicket. Things are certainly turning around now for the Celestial Knights. 35 for 2, after 3.1. It's pretty much balanced. Renault power play now. 35 runs on board for the Northern Kings, which they'll be happy about the runs. The wickets column might be the issue. The Celestial Knights, they would have felt that now. They're right back in this game. Clips it leg side and down to deep square. They're thinking of 2. That would be really good running. Lovely running there in between the wickets.
It's like so annoying, man.
And more boundaries and more runs on board. Northern Kings one stop regardless of wickets falling around. Guides it down to short third and to the double. That's the end of the fourth over, which means 2 overs remain in the Renal power play. The score's at 44 for 2. And the two batters, Zander and Aya, are going well at the moment. Zander at 8 for 5. 5 balls, going to strike at 160. Aya going at 8 and 2 balls. He's faced, going to strike at 400. So a really good start. Partnership worth 9 so far. Current run rate is still really good for the Northern Kings at 11 per over. Projected score at 176 if they carry on the same vein. 2 more overs remain in the Renal power play. And the second last of those will be bowled here from this end. On the gun and more end. It will be the new bowler, Tristan Britz. That's a nice shot. That's a really nice shot. Confusion. Direct hit will be trouble. Ooh. Direct hit needed there. Would have found himself pretty much short over the tackle for the umpire. Bit of a shaky start to the 5th over. Well, signal by the umpire. Punches it to the deep cover region and it will take a single. Up in the air, he has a chance for a wicket, force him to hit towards the longer boundary, and catch is taken. Well, they absolutely pumped once again. It's Burmac with the time. Celestial Knights really just keep on chipping away with wickets. Fielder in the team cover wasn't sure to what technique should use to take the catch. It was in between the Australian style and the crocodile style, call it, and eventually took it. And I am Teta has to walk off for 8. 3rd wicket to fall now. That was really smart bowling. Hit it outside and outside, all force Aya to hit towards the longer boundary. Didn't get the connection he was looking for. Hit to the man in the deep, and the wicket falls. It's 5 overs, it's 49 for 3.
Yeah, Haja was saying that why is this class so slow? Yeah, you see, and all the guys are saying that I think, all the second guys are saying, the car is on the edge. It's not made for that.
The single, it will be 50 up for the Northern Kings. 50 for 3, the last over of the Reno power play. I think they've done really well here, the Northern Kings, in terms of getting the runs on board. The one concern for them will be that wickets column. They need to build a partnership. They really need to. I think everything else in terms of their run rate going at 9.3 per over, they've kept it there and thereabouts since the start of the innings. Projected scores always been over 150, which is good. I think the only thing they'll need to change is just maybe just be a bit more circumspect in terms of their shot selection. Because if you do look at their wickets, they've been going for the runs. They're going to go big. They've been caught twice out of the 3. And the one that was LBW. And look at those 2 that have been caught. Maybe they could have maybe gone it on the ground or looked for another shot rather. They're not really forced to go up in the air. So they can do a few adjustments. So you might feel a little bit that the wicket might have been given away in those 2 in Aya's wicket and the first wicket of 4 hours that was caught at long off. And then the other one, the LBW, I guess you give the credit to Celeste Nice for good bowling. Hits over the top towards the man with the boundary. Will beat him. Oh, good stop. Take 2. And that's what they can do for now. These 2 in Zonda and Jean-Paul Smith to take their time and look to build a partnership. Try to get their team to maybe around the 12th over mark and then look to go big once again. We have a 50 run stand that will take them over 100, and from 100, at least if you maybe get to 100 by the 12th over in the next 6 overs, then you'll be at least in a good position to go big once again. As the umpire signals, it's the end of the Renault power play at 53 for 3. A relatively, I think, balanced power play, especially considering the Northern Kings have picked up a lot of runs at a good rate, and also Celestial Knights getting the wickets as well. But you may argue, some may argue that Celestial Knights are slightly on top with the three wickets in the bag at the moment. It is Tristan Brits coming in from the Cannon Morin, setting up his field, making sure he has the right field settings. Is Brits, here he comes, searching for his second wicket. Oh, that was close. See, he covered his face with his hands in anticipation, thinking that that might have gone through. I might have trapped the man in front. That's gone leg side-ish and will be a wide, and it will be 56 for 3 after 6.3 overs. And another wide. See the idea here from Tristan just trying to hide away from the bowler's arc and bowl one full and the legs, and then the other put wider, trying to force him to hit towards the bigger boundary. Much better line, much better lane. But good running between the wickets as well. I can certainly feel a change in momentum here. Momentum shift. These last couple of overs with those wickets falling. 2 more balls remain in the over. Hit straight and straight to the man. So only a single.
I didn't even get filmed. I come back after. I didn't catch you. You talk too much and I come back. I'll be surprised.
Good delivery again. And that's the end of the over. The end of the 7th over. Ends at 59 for 3.
Okay, not your volume 1, but not.
Hit straight and powerfully, straight to the man. Oh, what an effort. That would have been a screamer. Full compliments to the effort there. Really went in for the catch. Unfortunately couldn't complete it. Not sure if it dropped short or did get to his hands.
No, it's going to be like this for you. I think 20 patients a week. That's fine.
And how's your fitness? Doing well?
Yeah, I'm actually walking around. After I start throwing balls.
Oh, is it you?
Not today.
Dan? You just gone to the bathroom quickly, sir. You get it? Is it okay? Yeah.
touchdown for Singh. 8 overs done, and the start of the 9th over now at 62 for 3. Run rate has dropped slightly for the Northern Kings at 7.6 per over. Projected score also has dropped considerably at 122, which is hovering around for the 150 mark for a long period of time. We did see yesterday any scores that were around the 120 mark plus was enough to be able to defend yesterday. It was the Northern Kings yesterday who attempted to chase down that looks good, and over. Kept the fielder interested. I think if he had stayed in the boundary, he may have had much better chance of taking that catch. He was a few meters in and went over his head for a huge McCluskey maximum. It was unfortunately the Northern Kings yesterday who were chasing 121. Unfortunately, ran out of time in the overs. Maybe they would have backed themselves to get the 21 runs required in the last over. But unfortunately, the last over was timed out. And eventually lost out by 5 runs in the end. So Goma putting 120 plus will be a good total on board. Still got plenty of work to do at the moment. Pulled away, might have gone through. That's the end of the 9th over. It sends a 72 for 3. Slight bit of comeback here between these two with a partnership of 25 of 27 balls, just under run the ball. Zander Deval is on 25 of 18 balls, and John Paul Smith on 8 of 15. Zander going on 138 strike rate, and John Paul Smith going on 53. So this is exactly what they need to do, both the partnership, these two, give themselves the best chance to unleash with the last 4 overs. So maybe the next 3 overs carry on in the same vein, try to get over that 100 mark, and then once you get over, just go big. Hits up towards blocker boundary, or drop short of the fielder at the cow corner region. Pulled up in the air, that's where it won't carry all the way. It will go straight to the man and down his throat. Misjudges unfortunately, and slightly went over his head and will go for a boundary. Yeah, the sun might be difficult in your eyes. When you're standing there, it's not an easy catch on that longer boundary. So it's both challenging for the fielder and the batter to target that longer boundary. Tries to go for it again. Confusion in the middle. Could have been a run out. Confusion once again in the middle. again, looking to target that shorter boundary, the Northern King, or longer boundary rather, the Northern Kings, and that's the end of the 10th over. It ends at 79 for 3. 10 overs done, 21 runs away from the 100, and I was thinking around, when you get to the top over, you want to be in around that 100 mark, and then you add whatever on top in the last 4 overs. No rush between these two, still building a good partnership, just under run a ball, going in a strike rate of 95, 32 of 32, 33 balls, so just under run a ball. Goes up in the air. Will it be a chance and I'll go all the way? 6 and McCluskey maximum. Spoke about getting to the 100 before that 12 overs, and well, Northern Kings might do it in this over the way they're going. 2 sixes in a row. Can he go for another one? Zander in motion. He's changed the gear now. He's seeing it like a beach ball. Goes a bit more circumspect on this occasion and drops it out for a single and moves over to the 40s. To the 40s. Quick single, good running, good awareness from Zander. Called early, ran hard and forced his partner to go to the other end. He's probably feeling really comfortable against the spin of Kukuba. Huge appeal, umpire nods his head and a wicket. Goal wicket time. Zander unfortunately has to walk off for a brilliant cameo. What a cameo that was from Zander. 40 of 23. Really outstanding. And he deserves a round of applause from his teammates as well. That's the breakthrough that was needed for the Celestial Knights. Desperate in need on the right wicket. The man was looking really dangerous. A nice comeback from Kukuba, who was hit away for 2 maximums in that over. His over's already worth 14 runs. To come back with a wicket and a big one as well. And it was so timely. You could see the Northern Kings were looking to unleash. That's the end of the 11th over. It ends at 94 for 4. 5 overs remain. Current run rate going at 8.5 per over. Projected score at 137, which is still really good if you get there to 137. So it doesn't make it an easy chase here for the Celestial Knights in a press situation in a semi-final time. Especially batting second, puts a lot of pressure on you. It's a lot of work for the Northern Kings though. Drops it short and looks to cut away. Does Jean-Paul Smith, but doesn't get the connection. New batter to crease in Ryan Strauss, the captain of the Northern Kings. It's up in the air. Oh, he has another chance for a catch to be taken. Plymouth wicket time. Jean-Paul Smith has to walk off. And another timely wicket off the spin. Celestial Knights just find ways to pick up wickets once again. This is really good bowling here by the Celestial Knights. Just keep on doing it over and over again. We just know how to break the momentum of the Northern Kings, who are still in a relatively good position. I'm thinking they need about 40 more runs on board in these last 5 overs, which is very possible. And anything over 120, 130 mark is a good total. Just need to be really calm here, the Northern Kings, to get to that. They don't want to give away any more wickets and then find themselves in a precarious position where they can't recover from, and they can walk out here with maybe 110. The chase of the total, where you want to put a lot more pressure on the guys coming in second. You want to have that psychological figure of 120, 130. Just looks big as you come in as a batter. Anyway. Straight down the ground to the fielder. Celestial Knights have shifted this momentum pretty quickly. Oh, nice hit. That was big. And that massive McCluskey maximum brings it up for the Northern Kings. Might need a bold replacement for that. That was muscle, that was heading into the orbit. And 5 for 5. 4 overs remain. Northern Kings continue in their merry way. Finish straight, and here's a man here to stop that, and thinking of 2. out into the deep. Right-hander has the shorter boundary to his leg side. Good bowling from the bowler, pushes it towards the offside, forcing him to play straight or towards the bigger boundary, which makes for a tougher shot to play. And then the left-handed batter is playing towards the bigger boundary, towards his leg side, so there's a bigger six. We'll have to clear the boundary. Looking to go big and clear the boundary towards the leg side. You can see the thinking. He wants to go for the boundary option right now on this over when the shorter boundaries towards the stronger side. Can he get it there? He hits it hard towards that direction, but straight to the man in the boundary. That's it in the 13th over, 3 overs remain in the first innings, scored 110 for 5. Yeah. Northern Kings. That's the end of the 14th over. It ends at 117 for 5. 7 runs that over was worth. And 2 overs remain. 12 balls remain. 2 relatively set batters at the crease. In Ross Lawton and John Paul Smith. John Paul Smith on 25 of 30 deliveries. He'll be the one responsible of wanting to face majority of the remaining deliveries. With his batting part only has faced his 7. But regardless, they have to go for it from here. Get as many runs as possible. You can't leave anything out there. Go big or go home. You really have to go for it here. You've got wickets in hand to go for it. You don't obviously collapse in the last 12, but you've got the best chance of scoring the most runs possible now and put the Celestial Knights under pressure and take the momentum going into the halfway point of this game. And with that said, the Celestial Knights will be thinking the same. But we're thinking they want to restrict them to as many runs as possible, and that won't help. That won't do them any favors. The Celestial Knights, freebie runs. And also very good running from the Northern Kings. To be wide, plus some extra runs on board. Don't want to do that. Pull extra deliveries and give away some pies as well. 121 for 5. Hit straight, might go straight to the man, or just drop short. Going towards the boundary line, but won't get enough on it. But they're thinking too. Good fielding, that's really good fielding. Came off the boundary pretty quickly. And restricted that tubing run. Halfway hit towards the leg side, but straight to the man again. This is a good over. They need to find a way to get out this over here. Here's Raymond, because it's already worth 7, and if you give away any boundary here, it makes it a really big over. So you want to just keep restricted down to just singles. Oh, this might not carry. Will go straight to the throat of the fielder. Yes, it does. Safe hands on the boundary. $125 for 6. That is the end of the 15th over at 126 for 6. One last over remaining. Northern Kings will find themselves in a relatively good position, having kept up their strike rate of over 8.
on to my journey.
So they have to go to the net. Hey, how's it? Good, good.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the second innings, where the Celeste Knights will be on the quest of chasing down the total of 142, and the Northern Kings are wanting to defend that here in the plate semi-final. The Celeste Knights would need to go to run rate about 9 per over, 9.2 per over to get to that total. That's the end of the first over, end of the first Renault over. The Renault power play, it ends at 2 for no loss. Clips it down to final again, boundary. No fine leg in place, and maybe even if there was one, might have beaten him, depending on how fine he was. But he went to the boundary pretty quickly. Hit up in the air. And all the way. That's a huge McCluskey maximum. Oh, chipped up in the air. Oh, what an effort. that's a nice shot. Pierces the gap, pure timing. Just stood his ground and just flat batted that through the covers. That's not an easy stroke to play. Okay, the outside edge. They push hard for a second and they'll get that kind of comfortably at the end. Full toss it straight down the ground. There's cover. And only be a single. Nice start to the Renault power play for the Celestial Knights. A really good strike from them, and they find themselves with a partnership of 23 of 18 deliveries in the first 3 overs of the Renault power play. They still need a further 119 runs to win if they have any hopes of winning this game. And need to get a strike rate of 9.1 per over, which is very possible because at the moment they're comfortably hovering around the 7.6 per over. Oh, that's a nice hit. That's a massive shot. The connection on that was absolutely sweet. Suhail is showing his powers. Guys, that one water class is short, that is. And it goes over for a boundary. Teammates call him sauce, plenty of sauce in that. Will be more freebie lines. This is looking like a really dangerous shot. A good start for the Celestial Knights, making easy work of this chase so far. Partnership continues to grow in legs and arms.
You moved.
Yeah.
Too much sand.
I know I had to move the camera a bit to get
There you go, there's your water. Just now, there'll be pizza out there, you can have a slice. Okay, just
Again, oh my
today
word.
life is a bit odd.
That is pure class. Up and over. What a classy stroke.
The day just becomes too long.
Suhail has moved out to 34, just 16 deliveries.
What's your hair, Sonny?
Bowler has gone short and the umpire signals well.
To go over what?
Celestial Knights on 48 for no loss after
I can't see you. No, I
3.5
can't.
overs.
S.
Sukumum.
Kind run rate and a mammoth target over. Thank you to Sahel on his strike rate that he's going at. Because strike rate going at 7.6 over, that's way well beyond that. Partnership on 48 of just 23 deliveries.
I'll give you a sign when the
That'll be the end of the
comes,
over,
okay?
the end of the fourth over. And it is 49 for no loss. That's it up in the air. He has a chance. And oh, what an easy take. Made that look too easy. Well, a partnership before the 8-run stand has been broken. It is 48 for 1. That's a lot. And thanks to Jean-Paul Smith, who took his first wicket in his first over. So still the Celestial Knights ahead of the game at this current moment. Going to strike at 11.5 per over. They required a 7.9, so quite a bit of control so far. And squeezes that one in the gap. And takes 2. Also a few balls ago with that 2, it was the 50 up for the Celestial Knights. So they are 50 on board right now, 50 for 1. pretty good over this. Scored a wicket. It's a free dot ball and 2 runs in it so far. Andy, you want to close it out strongly if you are Smith. And finish with another wicket. Oh, that's classy. That's really classy. He'll get maybe 2 or 3 on that, depending on how they run. They're looking for 3. And Sohail runs really well. Last over of the arena power play, score at 54 for 1. Here's Sohail on strike. Squares him up and he chips it up. Oh, that ricocheted off the ground.
Oh,
Quick single taken. Good awareness by
Swing
Sohail.
right eye, swing eyeball.
Streamer, Smith says you can go grab a slice, okay, when you're ready.
Bowling, Brady, bowling!
That's the end of the Renault power play. It ends from the Turcophone end, and it ends at 59.41. Kind run rate going at 9.8 per over, required run rate at 8.3. But the Knights will think put themselves in a really good position so far. With the 60 balls remaining, 83 runs required. Nice partnership building up here at the moment. We're 16 runs of just 13 balls. That's what they want, the Celestial Knights, and I'm sure then Northern Kings will be thinking of a breakthrough right now. They need another wicket, 1 or 2 wickets just to change the flow of this game. Oh, goes through. We'll be thinking 2 maybe, and they might get it comfortably at the end. Swings the legs, and they're thinking 2 and turns them down. I think 2 might have been on there if they ran hard in that first one. There was a bit of intent initially, just that I think there was a bit of indecision. Let's see how on strike on 44 to 25 deliveries. On strike of 176. 3 balls remaining, 73 runs required. That's a really nice shot and pierces the gap behind backward point. Oh, lovely timing. Takes him up to 48 now. So 3 for 1. Chops and runs, and we'll push for 1 and maybe 2, and he'll get to his 50. What an innings, a well-crafted 50 by Sahil. He'll raise his bat to his teammates, and he'll get it on applause all around the ground. What a performance. to cut in the gap and we stop before it gets the boundary. Oh, that's big. That's going all the way for you, McCluskey maximum. Oh, that's going all the way, without a doubt. Massive McCluskey maximum. Partnership continues to build. Partnership on 47 of just 31 deliveries. 47 runs to win. Just 6.5, 6.4 overs. Pushes down to the leg side and take the single. Take two. Plus the wide.
Aduh. Skipper. Please, lapho ngama-twins. Hello Kobiko. Hello Nana Tet. Bazoxoxobisa kangaka mntanami. Uyamazi lo muntu. Lo auntie. La ucha princess. Ngito samchaya uprincess.
It's up in
Yes
the air.
man. Selingane
The
ngama-twins
chance
lamakhali
to take it
enowafana.
and the drop out of his hands.
Hello Kobiko. Akahluphi.
40,
High five my boy. High five.
39 more runs
High
needed
five.
of the last 34 deliveries.
Emchayile Flo. Lapho.
Still going at 6 runs per over at the moment to get it over the line. 6.8 per over required.
Oh shit. Akakuhluphi kodwa. Akakuhluphi.
Stop ball pushed through pretty quickly. Anton to
Hey, haya.
very well. Brilliantly yesterday, we picked up a hat
Hawu
trick.
bantu. Plus ngeke ayala ukudla phela lo.
Short and hit away towards the man. And it's a 6.
Ah, plus lo vele.
That will release a lot of pressure or ease the nerves.
Lo vele uyalincanywa Gaul. Othini? Hayi alutho khona. Lidlani lapho ngini nilambe khona. Arenthumezela isinkwa lapha esilebhada ngini. Ngila eLoboton. No, Virgin Active.
110 for 1. 32 runs required the last 5 overs.
Ma?
Make that 31 runs required
Bandari cricket.
of the next 29 deliveries.
Hello, Kobe. Hello, Tombiam.
Looks like to be an easy equation. Let's
Hello,
consider some
Tombiam.
runs to get into the final. That will make it
Sorry, Bob.
easier. Oh, yes it is. Hits it all the way. And muscles.
Sama 6 ila. Mthumela dani phela igawulo ni.
This partnership is the one that's really getting over the line,
Tumela
over the line at the
ngosikuya
moment. It's worth 69 runs of 43 balls.
Ah, skip it.
So we'll take him once again.
Hayi but namuhla ngilambile angizange izo. Bye. Ngithumele manje ngicabanga manje ngakufundiyekile.
Card run rate now is 5.33 over. And if these two stay at the crease, we'll probably take the team over the line. Sweeps it, sweeps the man at deep square. We're thinking two. A bit of indecision. Don't need to panic here. Do the Celestial Knights to have control of this. Don't need to make any mistakes here at this point in the time. Hits it up and over, hits it towards the gap. Could be another boundary. Oh, yes it is.
Ora.
Villiers on 42 runs of just 24 balls. He scored 1 4 and 3 sixes, and they're going to strike up 176. And see how his batting partner 63 or 40 balls. They need a further 19 runs of the last 24 balls remaining. They can almost walk it through, just single by single. They'll get over the line. It's not over just yet. 1 or 2 good overs can turn things around here for the Northern Kings. A wicket and a dry over. You know what pressure does when you're chasing. And what better man to have ball in hand at this time of the game. $18 runs required, 23 balls remaining. Oh, it was a full toss, hit up into the man. And it is a wicket. Batter has to walk off 142 of just 25 deliveries. You never know this game of cricket what pressure does. The equation may look very simple, but we know things can turn around pretty quickly. It is not over just yet. 18 required, 22 deliveries remaining. I'd take 1 or 2 good overs, might get the Northern Kings in the game. Still there's Celeste Knights in firm control ahead of the game. They don't need to rush or anything of that sort. Don't even need to search for boundaries. They can almost get there via singles. And De Villiers has to walk off for a valiant effort of 42 on just 25 deliveries, and his teammates will clap him off, and rightfully so. So Hal pulls that one, picked up that end pretty quickly, and goes all the way for huge McCluskey maximum. That will ease the nerves, then will hitch them closer to victory, and almost guarantee themselves a spot in the final. What an outstanding chase this has been at the halfway point, 142. We might have thought that would have been enough, but what an innings. A real captain's innings from Suhail. He's on 70 now of just 42 deliveries. Oh my word, that is massive. This game could be over in this over. Suhail has moved over. What a chase this has been. A really outstanding chase, and Thanks to Suhail for a 76 of 43. Man of the match performance, without a doubt that. And even a captain, even better captain's innings, he stood up tall when needed most by his teammates, and they look over to him now on the boundary line in expectation for him to finish the game with 5 runs to win. Can they finish it off with the maximum and in style and make a statement to these two teams right behind them, watching them right now? They'll be playing shortly. There's the Queensland Griffins playing next shortly. Trouble on the other end. It was indecision. The captains of the next fixture of the semi-final, the Queensland and the Dragons, to come over to the umpire and have your coin toss. What an innings. LPL. This could be the final over the game. We have 5 runs required of the last 12 balls. And what better man to be on strike? 176. And that was never doubted that he would go for that route. And he'll go for 2 and we'll make it 3 runs to win. And he'll be 1 hit away. And 39, sorry. Oh, what a way to finish and what a way to get victory. What a captain's performance. So, see or not, really outstanding innings, a real outstanding captain's performance, and to finish off with a statement there for the teams who meet them in the plate final shortly, the Dragons, or it will be the Queenslanders who will be there in the final. But nonetheless, it will be the Celestial Knights with victory. And we'll have to wait who they'll be playing next. And they'll have the front row seat where they can see exactly what will happen next year in this fixture. And it is the Celestial Knights under 17s who won by 7 wickets in the plate semi-final. So please do hang around, ladies and gentlemen, for the next fixture between the Dragons and the Griffins. It will be the Dragons who will bowl first, and the Queenslanders to bat first. We'll take a short break and we'll be back shortly with another exciting fixture.